Hello everyone, it's that time of year again when everyone's setting their New Year's resolutions and setting goals for the new year. So I thought that right now would be the perfect time to go over 5 common mistakes that I commonly see when people set their goals, and also go over 5 strategies to set you up for success when setting your poker goals. So let's start with the 5 common goal setting problems. Number 1, your expectations are too high. This one's pretty self-explanatory, and the underlying reason is because in general, when we set our goals, we're a little bit overconfident. When your expectations are set too high, it's easy to get disappointed and feel deflated when those expectations are not met. This often leads people to lose motivation and then give up on their goals. So it's important to look at your skill level in a critical manner and to set realistic goals that you can achieve both in the long term and the short term. The number 2 mistake I see is that you're only setting long-term goals and you're forgetting about the short-term goals. When you set goals, it's a good idea to take one step at a time. Each of those steps can be represented with a short-term goal. That way you feel like you're making progress towards your long-term goals. The benefits of having short-term achievements is that you get to see your progress, and progress breeds motivation. The number 3 mistake I see is that your goals are too results oriented. You can't go into the new year saying, oh, my goal is to win $100,000 next year. We have zero control over a lot of aspects, such as variance. Your judgment will become so clouded and fixated on whether or not you hit that monetary goal that you won't even realize all the mistakes that you're making. So don't let the things that are out of our control, like variance, kill your motivation. Instead, set a goal that is controllable, such as the number of hands or number of tournaments played that year. The 4th mistake is that you fail to continuously set new goals. So perhaps you set some goals at the start of the year and you've already achieved those goals by October. What are you going to do for the next 3 months if you forget to set new goals along the way? At that point, you no longer have anything to aim for. So as you continue to gain experience, remember to set new goals continuously. And the 5th mistake I commonly see is that you have too many goals all at once. Organization is key, and you want to establish a plan that allows you to organize and prioritize what goals you want to hit first. When you have too many goals set all at once, it's just too easy to become overwhelmed because you don't know which goals to go after first or where to start. So now that we've gone over 5 mistakes that I commonly see when setting your poker goals for the new year or just whenever, let's go over 5 tips on how you can set yourself up for success in all of your poker goals. So tip number 1 is that you want your goals to be very well clearly defined. What exactly is it that you want from poker? Are you playing mostly for fun as a hobby? Are you playing for income? Is it your only form of income? Are you planning to focus on tournaments, more cash games? What exactly do you want? My second tip is that your goals should all be measurable. Determine how you're going to measure your progress. I see a lot of people saying that their goal for this year is to win a tournament, right? And yeah, sure, that'd be nice. But what happens if you don't win a tournament this year? Does that mean that you failed your goals? How are you going to measure your progress along the way? If you are now in March or April and you still haven't won a tournament, does that mean you're at 0% progress or what? It's not measurable. So instead, focus on goals where you can actually track and monitor your progress. Like, how many hours a week are you going to play? How many hours a week are you going to study? How many tournaments are you going to play? Volume, focusing on volume is way more easy to measure because the variance and the swings in poker make it almost impossible to measure your progress. My third tip is to make sure that all of your goals are attainable, realistically attainable within your reach. If you set a goal that is realistically out of your reach, you're going to lose motivation faster than you can probably even get started. Don't forget, we're also looking for satisfaction. That's one of the reasons why we set goals in the first place, because we want to feel satisfied when we accomplish those goals. So make sure that you are setting up goals along the way, short-term and a long-term goal, so that you feel the satisfaction and the progress step by step. Tip number 4 is to make sure that your goals are developmental towards growth. And what I mean by this is that you want to set goals that will help you improve as a player and a person overall in the short term and in the long term. Something that you can focus on would be like a healthier lifestyle, what you're eating, how much sleep you're getting. Um, Also, you can implement more study sessions. You can focus on how you're studying, how you're reviewing hands. These are all things that are developmental towards your growth as a player that will help you identify your leaks and help you just play better in the long run, regardless of what your short-term results are showing. My 5th tip is to make sure that your goals are all controllable. There's a lot of things about poker that we have no control over, such as variance. Again, variance is probably the biggest aspect of poker that we have no control over. We could run bad for months. We might run really good and feel really great for months. But we don't have control of that. So don't base your goals around something you can't control. Again, goals that you have control over would be something that focuses on the volume that you're putting in, or how many hours you're studying, or working on your health, maybe adding meditation or positive habits into your routine. Those are all goals that you have control over. You know that you're going to get it done as long as you do it, and you don't have to worry about getting slapped in the face by the ace on the river or something like that. So those are my 5 tips to setting proper poker goals, and those are the 5 mistakes that I commonly see with your current goals. Good luck, everyone. I hope you all crush it this year, and I hope this video helps. If it did, please subscribe, please hit like. It helps me out a lot as a content creator. I want to be able to help you guys out, and I want to be able to make more content. So subscribe and follow. Thank you.